Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we are gonna give you a little reptile room tour. Now, I've done one of these in the past and this one blew up last time, so if you guys have any comments, suggestions, or anything like that as you're watching this video, make sure you drop them in the comments below. I appreciate you clicking on today's episode. If you're new, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe, but let's go ahead and get into the action. All right, so this enclosure right here is actually one of our ball pythons. This is Hank, and Hank is hanging out in his water dish. Let's see if we can get him to come out and at least say hi. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? This is Hank. He was donated to us as a little rescue ball python. He is an awesome snake. I'm trying to get him to come out a little bit to show you. He is an awesome snake, never misses a meal, super easy to care for. I have a whole video on how to set up a ball python enclosure if you want to check that out. Very basic setup, very simple. He has a little bit of boom boom right there, which we will clean up here in just a little bit. But yeah, this is Hank, one of our 3 ball pythons that we have. All right, in this enclosure, we have a Peter's banded skink, and I have no idea where he is. If you guys haven't checked out, I have a whole nother video as well that I did on a Peter's banded skink, building an enclosure for him. Very simple little setup, 40-gallon enclosure, but I'm not even gonna get him out. I want you guys to go watch that video if you wanna see what he looks like, but he has been digging down in this little corner. My assumption is he's somewhere in the sand down there. I don't know. But yeah, really easy setup. Just eats some greens every now and then. Right on top of one of our ball pythons. And yeah, pretty sweet little setup. All right, it is at nighttime for a lot of these guys, so some of the lights are turning off. So I apologize if that's the case. But that right there is one of our baby bearded dragons who is getting some shut-eye. But he is in a 55-gallon long right now. He will be getting an upgrade in the future into one of these setups that are right over here. Well, one very similar to that. Yeah, a little sneak peek, some Uromastyx. All right, so these guys are Uromastyx. These are our yellow Uromastyx, and they are about to get some shut-eye as well. We have a very temporary setup. Again, shout out to the sponsor of today's video. We'll talk about them here in a little bit. Phil Zoo. You guys make an awesome enclosure. I just set these things up, and we just moved these guys. So, really simple setup, all very lightweight, stackable. As you can see, I mean, this enclosure looks amazing. These are 120 gallon, 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, and you can fit a ton of things in there. These are perfect for adult bearded dragons, which one day he will be going into a setup very similar to this. But yeah, guys, 2 of our yellow Uromastyx, really awesome animals, and they are going to be getting a massive makeover with this 120 gallon setup. This was very temporary. As you can see, we have enclosures literally just everywhere in my living room. Yeah, so we are in the middle of moving a bunch of different stuff. Let's get on to talking about these guys. So this right here is my mealworm colony, our drawer that we have. These are beetles, these are mealworms, and then down here is the larva, which turn into beetles that I need to get out. But yeah, guys, you can infinitely basically create a little infinite glitch with mealworms as long as you do a setup very similar to this. And again, I have a full video on how to do this as well. Again, down in my description, I will leave it linked. But let's talk about these guys. All right, let's talk about this guy. Is he under here? No. Is he in here? I'm assuming so. Where is he? That I don't know. Where are you, little buddy? Well, I will find him, and I will show you what he looks like. Alright, well, this is our baby Savannah monitor. He was behind his little enclosure. He's already eaten today, but I'm going to give him some treats. That way we can try and get him to stay on cam. But let's talk about this guy a little bit. He is a baby Savannah monitor who is very tired right now. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come on. I know, you're so tired. He is the most adorable little guy, though, in the entire world. So we got this guy not long ago at all. As you can see, he is a tiny little baby. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with Savannah monitors. So this guy will get pretty big. I'll put size and stuff up on the screen of how big this little guy will get. But he is just a baby, and as you can tell, I don't have anything dusted on these. I'm just giving him some tiny little treats because he already ate today. You want to make sure whenever you're feeding reptiles that you dust everything they eat. So with calcium, with and without D3, the vitamin supplement is with the D3, and you want to give them with every meal without the D3. So just a little treat while this guy's on cam. But he's doing so much better. We upgraded him. He's in a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, 120 gallon setup. And as you can tell, this guy is super tiny, and this size enclosure is super overkill for him for the time being, but he absolutely loves it. And I always want to give animals more than what they actually need. So that's the main reason for it. But let's go ahead and get on with the next animal at the household. If you watched my last video on my reptile room, you may notice some changes. So we moved some stuff around in the house. This is a new ball python, or a newer ball python that we got, who is in his den, and I'm not going to mess with him. But this is another rescue that we got that was not feeding at all. I mean, this guy was just completely cold turkey. His name is George. He would not eat for the previous owner. So we decided, let's go ahead and take this guy in because I can guarantee you I can get him to eat. He was kept in a tub drawer system. I'm looking at my Anoles right now and they're just freaking out. But he was kept in a drawer system and he would not eat for like 6 months. He was very, very skinny. This guy has never missed a meal with us. We put him into a 40-gallon setup. He's actually poking his head up right now. Let's show him to you guys. But he has not missed a single meal since we got him into this new setup. He took a dump right there, and he cleaned it up as well. It is cleaning day too, and water change day. But he is back in the back. It may be really hard to tell, but he is so much more plump than what he was before. He's nice and hydrated. This guy is doing awesome. But yeah, again, guys, if you have questions about ball pythons, I've taken a ton of rescues, and I know a lot about these animals. Again, I do not recommend, if you're just the normal keeper, to go out and rescue animals that you don't know what you're doing, because animals need proper care, proper nutrition, and proper vitamins and supplements if necessary. And it can get super expensive. Keeping animals, especially in the capacity that we are, can get very expensive. But let's go ahead and talk about the next little guys on this rack. All right, well, these guys right here are some of our Dumpy frogs. Now, these frogs are hilarious, and every time I put my hand in there, they try and bite me. So yeah, they're on a full misting setup. Again, it is turning nighttime here, so a lot of these animals are tired or exhausted, and they're about to go to bed, so I'm not trying to mess with them too much. Let's just go ahead and talk about these next guys. I have a table like right behind me because we're moving stuff around. But these are some of our dart frogs, poison dart frogs. We have 4 of them in here. And as you can see, they're right there in the back. Super pretty little frogs. Here's a better shot of them. But awesome little frogs. These are poison dart frogs. They're in a 2x2x2. And yeah, we have Private, Kowalski, Skipper, and Rico. They're called tent poison dart frogs. I'm gonna put the actual scientific name here up on the screen, but an awesome coloration to these guys. They're like, they're called powder blue. Yeah, really awesome dart frog. But yeah, guys, let's talk about the next animal in the rack, which is right up here. All right, well, this right here, if my camera will focus, this is Harvey. He has not been wanting to eat or anything very recently, so we are trying our best to get him to eat. But he is also in a 2x2x2, again, huge setup, fully decked out bioactive setup, but he's doing amazing, again, on a sprinkler system and everything like all of our animals are. That is why that glass right here is so dirty. It needs a good cleaning. But we're going to talk about the other kind of anoles that we have, because this is a Cuban night anole. That's what Harvey is. And these guys are green anoles and brown anoles. I'm not going to open this up right now or they're going to go flying out. But it is a native or naturalized species here where I live. I've had these guys now for a long time. There's a colony of 6 of them in here, and they do amazing together. So, and a nice spacious setup, heat bulb, basking bulb, as well as UVB up at the top. and these guys thrive in this setup. I feed little tiny crickets and everything for them, and yeah, they do amazing. So we actually had our baby, when he was a baby, we had our baby Chameleon in here, and then we obviously upgraded his setup. I actually can open this now because they're all off the front. Hopefully they don't jump out. No, they should be good. So I'm handling these guys quite often. So they've gotten a lot better with me, but this is a green anole. And then that one right there is also another green anole. And there's a brown anole up there. And I don't know where the other ones are. They're probably in their tubes. So lots of hiding room and spaces for these guys. And he almost just jumped out at me. They're all coming down there like, are you feeding me, Dad? Not right now, buddies. It's nighttime for you. So let's get on with the next animal. All right, so this is our Redfoot tortoise. So this is Ranger. I'm gonna get Ranger out real quick. Come here, Ranger. So this is Ranger, who's also another rescue. As you can see, a lot of pyramiding, but he is doing awesome, or he or she, we don't know the sex yet. But she is in her little indoor setup that we have, full bioactive, you could call it. And she is destructive. So I'm gonna leave her be because her misting system just went off, or fogger. This thing keeps humidity in it super well. I have a whole video on how to build this as well. It's super cost effective to build. Little indoor greenhouse basically that you have a full fogger on, UVB heat bulb, and then also a little basking space that is filled up with water. But again, super destructive. I know it's hard to see because it's kind of cloudy in here, but very destructive. I mean, I literally replace these pots like every single day. There's the mister going off. It's on an automatic system, so whenever it detects a certain humidity, it actually will control that and regulate it, which is actually what's right over there. You can't really tell by the camera, but the humidity level is going back up to where it needs to be. So it's set on a certain humidity range. That's why I don't like leaving this open a lot, because Redfoot tortoises need like 75% humidity. That's what we keep him on. So yeah, let's get on with the next animal. All right, so next up are some of our aquariums that we have. It looks green, it's not, I promise, it's just the background. We have a little baby largemouth bass, who is right here. He is the most interactive out of anybody this entire setup. We have a Lima shovel-nosed catfish, a little baby bluegill, some gourami in there, there's 4 of them. And then we also have a couple knife fish. So there are a couple of clown knives, which I don't know where they are. Oh, there's one of them. One of them is right here. Let's see if we can come up. There we go. There's just reflection. So this is a clown knife fish. He's behind everybody else. This is a clown knife. We have actually 3 of them, not clown knife, but we have a black ghost who is up in there and hardly ever comes out. A nocturnal species. We have Mrs. Puff, our little puffer fish. Again, this is so like salty and nasty. I need to clean all this off. But this is Mrs. Puff. Just trying to eat my finger right now. But yeah, so ton of aquariums in here. Again, I'm going to talk a little bit about the sponsor of today's video. Here's some more enclosures from them. We are waiting. I got another stacker as well from them. But they sent us these enclosures. So I love these enclosures. I got 2 blue and 2 green, and I am absolutely in love. I cannot recommend these enough. They were super easy to build, very cost effective for what they are, and the system of which they are, I mean, literally you can just slide these with literally my pinky. So easy to open and close. There's a whole tray in the front that allows it so the substrate doesn't get out. They're 100% watertight all the way throughout. Huge windows in the side. I mean, you just can't get any better than this, guys. Again, check it in the link below. I'm gonna have it. They have tons of different colors, tons of different options for enclosures. You don't have to get a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. They make tons of other enclosures. So make sure you guys check these out. Again, huge shout out to the sponsor, Philo Zoo. Thank you again for sponsoring today's video. All right, well, I know I mentioned it before. He is Bolt. He is going into one of those 120 gallon setups. He's currently in a 40 gallon. This is a temporary setup until we get the other setups done. But this is Bolt. just a simple, normal bearded dragon. But he is an absolute love bug. So this guy is awesome. We got him from, what are you doing, buddy? I know it's your nighttime, I'm messing with you. I got him from one of my buddies, one of my coworkers, and he was actually moving, and Bolt is doing amazing. So again, if you're watching this video, this is Bolt. He's been, dude, you trying to bite my finger? You thought my finger was food. I'm not feeding you right now, buddy. I literally just fed you like a ton of lettuce. Not lettuce, a ton of greens. You're not eating right now. No sir. Alright, we're gonna leave Bolt alone for now, but he's doing awesome, and he's gonna be getting a massive upgrade very soon. Alright, so this right here, which is not currently running, is a baby turtle setup. I actually have a whole video on how to build something very similar to this. This actually houses a couple baby snapping turtles that we have, and they are way up in the back, and I can't get to them right now. So, but yeah, just a quick little sneak peek if you want to go watch a video on how to set up a very simple little indoor, very temporary tub to be able to house turtles, aquatic turtles, baby turtles, whatever. Make sure you go check that out. But a couple of baby common snapping turtles, very small, about yay big, are in here. Alright, I know you guys probably came for the reptiles, but I can't not say it. I mean, this is in my reptile room. I mean, I have so many enclosures, it's not even funny. These are some of my predatory fish. I'm gonna leave out my ponds, of which I have outside. We got this guy not long ago. This is a Motoro stingray. We have a baby red-tail catfish, a couple Oscar, a Bisher, another Bisher, Synodontus catfish right back there, a couple Placo. This little 6 foot long aquarium is amazing. So it's like my little grow out pond to my other grow out pond. But yeah, guys, so everybody in here is doing super happy. This stingray is one of the best little things I've ever gotten. I love hand feeding him so much. But yeah, look at his little belly here. So cute. I'm going to talk more about these. This is another bearded dragon. His enclosure is absolutely filthy, but he is also getting a massive upgrade into one of these two setups. Bolt is going into one, Inferno is going into one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We are going to be completely redoing their enclosures in one of my new upcoming videos. Here are some more of my fish. These are my African cichlids. Pretty awesome little fish. Not too much to talk about. And this enclosure is empty. And then we have Mr. Frogbutt. Ooh, Mr. Frogbutt. Again, it is nighttime when I am filming this, but this enclosure, it is a 6 foot long by 4 foot long by 4 foot tall little, I don't even know what to call it, tank, aquarium, not aquarium, enclosure, whatever, I'm forgetting my words. But this houses two smaller iguanas, green iguanas that we have, and that we are growing out. So obviously these guys are going to be getting a huge upgrade in the future. But again, I have a video completely out showing you guys a little bit about these. It's nighttime. I'm not opening this door right now because if I spook them and I can't see where they are, they're just going to come shooting out into my reptile room, and I don't want that to happen. So we're not going to be doing that right now. This little guy is my mangrove monitor. So he is also right now getting some shut-eye. But yeah, we have a couple of little mollies and tetras actually in here with him. That's why the water level is lower, because I was getting acclimated. I need to fill this water back up. But he has his own little setup here. Again, a huge setup with a UVB bar, heating bulbs, domes, whatever. And yeah, he spends 99% of his time in the water, just hanging out. And he's probably gonna freak out when I start to touch him here. What are you doing, buddy? Oh. Oh. Oh, yep. And he's off. He's like, Dad, why are you waking me up right now? Sorry, buddy. I'm trying to show the people. Oh, he knocked his heater off the wall. I need to fix that. Hi, buds. Oh, he's like, I don't want nothing to do with it, Dad. All right, buddy. I'll leave you alone. But yeah, this is Manny, our mangrove monitor. Well, this little noodle still has no name. He is our little baby corn snake who is doing awesome. He got a little upgrade. I redid his entire setup. I actually made this for one of my other monitors, and I thought it'd be better suited for him. So I have him in there. This is just a common corn snake, nothing crazy. He is in shed. I can see his eyeballs are kind of glazed over. But yeah, a really beautiful snake. And yeah, a nice little upgrade that he got very recently. And this is the reptile, and not in aquarium corner. I have 2 aquariums over, that's why I'm laughing at myself. So let's just start with these guys. These are some of our little shrimp. I actually just did a video on a full bioactive setup, or little ecosystem, where you never have to touch this enclosure. So it has live plants, it's got little shrimp. These are Neocaridina shrimp, and some trumpet snails, if I can find one. There's one right back there. I don't know if you can really tell, he's like right there. Trumpet snails and all different kinds of other things here on this enclosure. But yeah, pretty awesome little bioactive setup. You don't even have to take care of it at all. This right here is housing our flower horn, who was just sleeping. Come here, buddy. Hey, come here. He has had a crazy algae bloom. It is nighttime for him, so I know he's just trying to get some shut-eye. I'm gonna let him be as well, but he's doing awesome. His horn is already grown from when we first got him. He's found this little tiny setup, this little tiny, I wouldn't even call it cave, little cutout in the piece of wood, and he has called that his home. So, yeah, he's doing awesome though. Look at him. Hi, buddy. He is beautiful though, guys. I mean, look at how pretty this flower horn is. And his horn isn't even done developing. He's still a baby, so I cannot wait till this guy gets older. He's nice and chubby right now. But yeah, let's keep talking about the rest of this little space we have here. All right, I've talked about it before. I'll talk about it again. These are our little baby, little baby leopard geckos. I'm not gonna open it right now because they're probably gonna try and go after me. They just ate and they're gonna think it's feeding time. It's not feeding time right now. I need to refill everybody's waters. I just emptied everyone's water, so I need to refill all of it and clean them out. But yeah, these are some of our leopard geckos that we do cohab, and I will talk about that more in another video if you guys want to hear more about it. I do not recommend cohabbing, but we are showing an example that you can absolutely cohab leopard geckos if done the right way. So do not try this at home without doing some research. These right here are 2 of our Hognose snakes enclosures, and I'm not even gonna talk about them because I do not feel like completely tearing up their enclosures to find them and destroying other tunnel systems. But these are 2 Hognoses. They do awesome. We got Ripley and we have Cookie, and they're doing amazing. So you just have to trust me on that one. But Ripley is a lavender, and then Cookie is just a common. And yeah, look at them all just hanging out right there. Like, Dad, what are you doing? But as you can see, they're not aggressive towards each other at all, especially when it comes to food. They just let each other be. I have 2 separate feeding areas. I have 2 separate watering areas. Again, I'll talk about that more if you guys want to learn more on how to cohab. These guys literally love each other, and they are like little siblings. So you can definitely cohab leopard geckos. I had a ton of people comment before like, oh, you can't cohab leopard geckos, blah, 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 blah. I do want you guys to see something over here that I'm currently looking at that is not right. I want you guys to comment in the comments below what out of this entire setup right here should not be here or should not be on an enclosure or in an enclosure. Pause the screen, pause it now. I will tell you this, it is in somewhat of the middle part of the screen. It may give you a better view right here. Comment below what I should not have on one of my setups. All right, well, on to the next. This is Vector. He is our chameleon, who also just ate and is currently in shed, and I'm gonna let him be because he does not like me at all, and he wants to attack me every single time he gets a chance. So I'm gonna let him be. I don't want to stress him out too much, but this is Vector. Don't get a chameleon. I don't recommend it. But yeah. He has his own, it's the reptile room. He has his own little setup, leaf litter all over the ground. He has bugs that take care of all of his boom boom. And yeah, pretty sweet little setup. There's live plants in there on a misting system at the top. And yeah, this guy does awesome. little cabinet basically turned into enclosure. So if you guys want to learn how to build something like this, maybe in the future I'll do something like this again. Who knows? But pretty awesome. I love this little guy, even though he hates me, and he actually bit the crap out of Kylie the other week. Not on purpose. We were actually feeding him, and he latched on like right here on her hand, and like would not let go. Just clamped down even harder. It was bad. So leave a sorry in the comments below for Kylie, or put bad vector in the comments below, whichever you prefer. But he is not a nice lizard. All right, so this right here is a very temporary setup for another leopard gecko. Oh, you might have guessed it. This is another leopard gecko that we got as a rescue, and she is now doing amazing. So she was in a way too small of a setup. This is still too small of a setup for her, but it is temporary. We are going to be upgrading her very soon into a 40-gallon, which is what they should be kept in. But she is nice and healthy and chunky, putting on a lot of weight, and yeah. I need to fill her water up as well, like I need to do for all of our animals. So that is what tonight is for. You always want to make sure these guys have clean, good water every single day, day in, day out. And we'll zoom over here to our other leopard geckos, which I will talk about again. We have 3, but they are actually all siblings. We have a mom and 2 babies. So I don't know where the 3rd one is. Oh, she's up there, all the way at the top. That is Mama. And they all do awesome. They cohab amazingly. And they're the sweetest little geckos ever. So these guys literally are the sweetest geckos I've ever seen. Like, literally when I say like ever seen, I mean ever seen. They literally just will walk up onto my hand. No questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, go on, girly. But yeah, so these guys are doing amazing. And look at him. She's like, what? What are you doing right now? I'm sorry, girly. Actually, that's the blind one. Mom is down here. I don't know which one's which. But one of them is a mom, and 2 of them are her kids. 2 daughters. But yeah, in a 40-gallon setup. Again, there should be something on this enclosure that shouldn't be on this enclosure. I want you guys to put a comment below, and I'm also missing something too. Comment below what that is. This is Beamer, our corn snake, who just shed again. This guy literally sheds, I feel like, every 2 weeks. It is insane how fast this guy sheds, but he has a crazy tendency to bite me, so I'm not going to be handling him. But look at the colors on him. He is nice and orange, and he is getting massive and definitely needs a tank upgrade. So comment below what size tank he should be put into. I already know the answer to it, but I want you guys to comment below for a basically full-grown corn snake. What size enclosure should he be kept in? We already have it, we just need to move him into it. Comment below what size enclosure Beamer, our corn snake, needs. This little guy is one of our Pac-Man frogs. I'm also not going to get him out because he will just bite my hand. But this, if I just hit my camera, this is our little tiny setup. It is a mossy base setup for a Pac-Man frog. But he does awesome. He eats baby thawed pinkies, and he does amazing in this little setup. So yeah, let's talk about her. This is Dolly. She is also a ball python. And let's get her out real quick. Boom. Hi, Dolly girl. Come here, girl. This is Dolly. She is also from the same household as Hank. Again, not a rescue, just an adopted snake, but she does awesome. She may have some neurological issues, not too sure, but she does awesome. She eats great. I'm gonna let her be because it is also about to be her nighttime and all these lights are about to go off. So I'm trying to get this video knocked out as quick as possible. But yeah, if you guys want to learn how to set up a ball python enclosure, this is an awesome way to do it. Gives them a lot of climbing space, gives them a hide, and they can also hide under the water bowl like you see. And yeah, ton of place to move around. So this right here is a setup for a crested gecko, and I cannot find him, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. Is he in there? Oh, he is in there. Look, there he is. Hey, buds, come here. He's not going to come out for me. But this is Spike, one of our crested geckos. He is a full-grown adult, and yeah, it's his nighttime, so I'm going to let him be. But yeah, cool little bioactive setup. Got bio balls, a layer, and then substrate on top of that. But very easy setup to do. You can see the layering system here on this little guy's enclosure. And this is also a crested gecko. And I'm not gonna get him out right now because he is a maniac. So I'm gonna let him be. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the reptiles. I do have some questions for you guys though. And I wanna talk about that right now. But yeah, the other little crested gecko enclosure, I need to clean this glass insanely bad, along with all the other enclosures. It is obviously keeping this many reptiles an absolute handful. So I do my best as long as, well, as well as with Kylie, who's my fiance. She does an awesome job at helping around the house. She does just as much, if not more, than I do when it comes to cleaning. But yeah, we have over 60 animals, and then fish, and a dog, and full-time jobs, and I do full-time YouTube. It's a lot, so, but we get it done. So it is important that don't take on too much responsibility to whereas you can't take care of these animals, because majority of the animals we took in as rescues. So it's super important to give them the best care you can possibly give them. The last thing I'm gonna talk about though is actually two more things. One, I have a bunch extra enclosures, a bunch of 40 gallons. I actually have a whole bioactive setup right back there that's already ready to go. I have an empty 20 gallon, an empty 40 gallon, an empty 75 gallon. I have a ton of empty tanks and potential to get some other stuff. So I'm not replacing anything. We've sadly had some animals pass on that we got that had parasites that were wild caught. Again, there's more about that in a couple of previous videos that I made. But yeah, we have a couple of enclosures completely empty, completely bare. Well, I need to clean them. We also have some down in the garage too. So a ton of enclosures. Comment below if you have any suggestions on what to get. It could be really anything. I mean, I'm open to a handful of stuff. Me and Kylie have some cool ideas, but I want you guys to interact more. Comment below what animals you think we should get. I'm down for more monitors. I have a Mangrove, I have Savannah, a little Nile. That guy I didn't really talk about today. He's not doing the best, so hopefully, fingers crossed he pulls through. But I appreciate you guys watching until the end. I do have one more thing. I do have some ponds. So I actually have 2 ponds outside. I've talked about them day in, day out over the last couple of videos, so I'm not gonna talk about them anymore. But I do have 2 mini ponds, one for some turtles, the other is for some predatory fish as a grow out. Both 300 gallon setups. If you want to see more on those, go watch my other videos or comment down below. I'll also make some more videos on those because I absolutely love them. I'm sure you guys don't love seeing 24/7. I was talking too much there. My camera decided to overheat. But if you guys want to see more content on either the mini ponds or anything else that we have here at the household, again, comment below some suggestions for some more enclosures that we have. I appreciate you guys sticking here till the end. Again, huge shout out to Philazoo for sponsoring today's video. You guys make an awesome setup, an awesome enclosure. Again, guys, one of, if not the only, colored enclosure company on the market. These guys offer a really high quality enclosure and setup. It's very easy DIY setup. They give you everything you need in the kit that they send you. Again, huge shout out to Philazoo. Again, link is in the description. Go check them out, guys. Tell them that Be Tamed or Barrett sent you. I appreciate you watching till the end of today's video. Again, smash that like button, hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.